They misled you about Alex Eala and Marcos. Here's what really took place. Welcome back to Court Vision Media, the channel that doesn't just cover the biggest stories in tennis, we uncover the truth behind them. Today, we're addressing a narrative that has swept across the Filipino internet in recent weeks. A story so emotional, so dramatic, and so carefully crafted that millions shared it without pausing to ask a simple question: did this actually happen? We're talking about the viral posts claiming that Alexandra Eala delivered a tearful speech that left President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. overwhelmed with emotion in front of a live audience. You've seen the images. You may have felt the chills. You may have even shared it. And if you did, don't feel bad. The people behind it were counting on that reaction. But here on Court Vision Media, we don't trade in fiction. We deal in facts. Today, we're breaking down how this story was fabricated, who pushed it, and why, and then we're shifting to the real Alex Eala story unfolding right now. The one with authentic emotion, genuine stakes, and real drama that makes that viral tale look like a scripted fantasy. So settle in, smash that like button to support real sports reporting, and let's get started. Let's rewind to how this misinformation was built. In early March 2026, two little-known Facebook pages posted nearly identical stories with photos of Alex Eala and President Marcos side by side. The captions described, in cinematic detail, an imagined event where Eala supposedly gave an emotional speech about resilience and national pride while Marcos sat in the audience, visibly shaken and in tears. The post described an embrace, a standing ovation, and a powerful moment of unity. It read like a movie script. Every sentence was designed to stir emotion before logic had time to catch up. Here's the reality. The photos of Eala were taken from the WTA 125 Philippine Women's Open at the Rizal Memorial Tennis Center in January 2026, completely unrelated to the story. The image of Marcos crying was analyzed using AI detection tools, which concluded with near certainty that it was artificially generated. A fake image. Attached to a fictional story. Released into the wild knowing it would spread fast among people proud of their athlete and their country. And it did. Fact-checkers later confirmed that no such speech ever happened. There is no video, no reporting, no record of it anywhere. In truth, the real public relationship between Eala and Marcos is the opposite of what the viral story suggested. Marcos has repeatedly and publicly congratulated Eala for her achievements, after her WTA title in Guadalajara, her breakthrough at the US Open, and her run to the Eastbourne final. The support has always flowed from him toward her, not the other way around. The viral post didn't just invent an event, it flipped reality on its head and packaged it as emotional truth. Why does this matter? Because this isn't an isolated case. It's part of a pattern where Filipino athletes at the height of their popularity are used as raw material for viral fiction designed to generate clicks and ad revenue. There have been fake donation stories, invented endorsement deals, fabricated awards, and emotional narratives that never occurred. Each one follows the same formula: dramatic headline, misleading images, beautifully written fiction, and thousands of emotional reactions in the comments. Every like, share, and comment becomes profit for someone exploiting the public's love for a real athlete. Now let's talk about what is actually happening with Alexandra Eala, because the real story is powerful enough on its own. In March 2026, Eala arrived at the Miami Open riding momentum from a quarterfinal in Dubai and a round of 16 at Indian Wells. She had reached a career-high ranking of world number 29, a historic milestone for Philippine tennis. Filipino fans were filling stadiums across continents. International media were covering the phenomenon. The energy around her season was electric. Then came the match against Carolina Muchova. The round of 16 ended in a 6-0, 6-2 defeat. A tough, one-sided match that highlighted the harsh realities of elite tennis. The loss cost Eala valuable ranking points she had earned the previous year, dropping her down the rankings. That kind of drop is emotionally taxing for any professional athlete. Months of work can shift in a single afternoon. That's the real drama of sport, not fictional speeches in fictional halls, but the pressure of performance on the biggest stages. And now, this week, Eala has begun her clay court season in Linz, Austria. Clay has historically been her most challenging surface. Last year she struggled to make deep runs on it. But this season, her preparation has been different. She returned to the Rafa Nadal Academy in Mallorca, training on red clay under the guidance and philosophy that produced Rafael Nadal's legendary dominance on the surface. Her focus has been on movement, endurance, and adapting her game to longer rallies. She has spoken openly about feeling better prepared than she was a year ago. Her first opponent in Linz is Julia Grabher, an Austrian playing in front of a home crowd. On paper, Eala has the edge. But tennis is played on the court, not on paper. After Linz comes Stuttgart, then Madrid, then Rome, and finally Roland Garros, the French Open. This stretch could define her season. Across Manila, Madrid, Melbourne, and beyond, Filipinos are tuning in at odd hours to watch her matches. Overseas workers, students, families, all following her journey in real time. That is real national pride. No embellishment required. And President Marcos? His real role in this story is simple and genuine, consistent public support for a young athlete representing her country on the world stage. No theatrics. No fictional tears. Just recognition of her achievements. The creators of that viral post relied on one thing, that your love for Alex Eala would outrun your skepticism. And that's what makes it frustrating. Because the real story of her career, the sacrifices, the breakthroughs, the setbacks, the work, is already compelling enough. So here's what we asked from you here on Court Vision Media. The next time you see an emotional post about Alex Eala, pause. Take a moment. Check if credible sports outlets are reporting it. The real Alex Eala, the one stepping onto clay courts this week to test herself again, deserves your support rooted in truth, not fiction. Her journey is one of the most inspiring sports stories of this generation. It doesn't need invented speeches or AI-generated images to be meaningful. It only needs attention to what's actually happening on real courts, in real time. Tell us in the comments, did you see that viral post before you knew the truth? What do you think about misinformation targeting athletes? And how far do you think Eala can go on clay this season? If this video gave you clarity and real context, smash that like button, it truly helps the channel. And if you're new here, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we'll be following every step of Eala's clay season with facts,
I think this is just a whole nother category. I think,
this is Court
playing
Vision
with
Media.
The country
Thanks
written on your back
and
is,
we'll see you in the
and
next
these
one.
sort of team events.
Yeah, to Abu Dhabi. Obviously, I think you're going to play there next. You've been given a wild card. Also given a wild card, was announced was Janice Chen. You're both players sort of leading in Southeast Asia.